You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. A temporary halt has been placed by a judge to toll major bridges across the Commonwealth. A Pennsylvania court judge agreed with 7 municipalities who called the process illegal and unconstitutional. The state had planned to put a toll on 9 major bridges to generate funds for repairs on bridges and highways. 3 of those bridges in question are in our viewing area, which include bridges in Carbon, Luzerne, and Susquehanna counties. PennDOT is reviewing the decision at this time, and there could be an appeal. A Wilkes-Barre couple has been arrested on child endangerment charges. The couple is accused of failing to seek timely medical care for their severely injured 4-year-old daughter. 32-year-old Shiona Banks waived her right to a hearing, while her girlfriend, 31-year-old Deborah Holton, was ordered to stand trial following a hearing. The child was brought to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley in February, suffering from starvation, head trauma, extensive bruising, and third-degree burns. The couple has been jailed without bail and will appear before a judge in July. A West Mahanoy Township man was jailed on 32 felony child pornography charges. Charges stem from incidents between September 1st and May 12th. Information was received from cyber tips back in April involving the distribution and possession of child pornography, where it was learned that the internet provider address was assigned to 35-year-old Garrison Leckleitner. A search warrant was executed and 3 cell phones were confiscated. He admitted to viewing child porn since he was 17, as well as contacting minor females and sending pornography through Snapchat. Agents uncovered 6 videos and 31 files containing images of children under 18. He was charged with sexual abuse of children, distribution and possession of child pornography, and criminal use of a communications facility. He's locked up in Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post $50,000 straight cash bail. 2 Wilkes-Barre men were sentenced for drug trafficking. 41-year-old Dwayne Brown was sentenced 33 months imprisonment, and 48-year-old Andrew Henry was sentenced 18 months for drug trafficking. Brown and Henry previously pled guilty to a drug trafficking conspiracy involving cocaine, crack, and heroin. The 2 men worked to obtain and sell drugs in Luzerne County with Michael Rinaldi, who was previously sentenced to 235 months imprisonment. The case was investigated by the U.S. DEA. The Republican race for the Senate seat is still too close to call and may be heading for a recount. Dr. Mehmet Oz and David McCormick are still waiting for absentee and mail-in ballots to be counted. If there's a recount, the winner may not be known until early next month. Both candidates are vying for the Republican nomination in the U.S. Senate race. Luzerne County Community College will hold its 54th annual commencement ceremony next week. Graduation will begin at 6 p.m. next Thursday, May 26th at Mohegan Sun Arena. Liz Murray will be this year's commencement speaker. Murray is the co-founder and executive director of the Arthur Project, a mentoring program that works intensively with at-risk youth through the duration of middle school. Grads must arrive at the arena dressed in their commencement regalia with their ticket and graduation card. It's going to take longer to complete the rehabilitation construction project at Lehigh Gorge State Park in one part of Luzerne County. The project was set to wrap up this month, but structural issues impacting a bridge will mean a redesign of a bridge. That'll push the completion date to late summer or early fall. When completed, there'll be, among others, a new boat launch area, upgraded roadways and parking, and a connector to the Main Street and Business District in Whitehaven. Day-use facilities and the D&L Trail north of Middleburg Road are still open for use. As we reported to you yesterday, TSA is prepared to handle an increase in the number of travelers flying out of AVP this summer. The Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport is ready as the travel volume picks up this month and into the summer. TSA is no longer requiring travelers to wear masks. However, they remain optional. Travelers who choose to wear one will be asked by a TSA officer to remove it momentarily to verify that the person's face matches the face on their ID. COVID-19 therapeutics are now available at all Giant and Martin's in-store pharmacies. These medications to treat COVID-19 must be prescribed by a customer's healthcare provider. All stores have either Molnupiravir or Paxlovid in stock. If you're more likely to get very sick or be hospitalized from COVID and test positive, these are the only products available to be taken orally and can be dispensed from a retail pharmacy. Therapeutics are free for everyone, regardless of insurance status or coverage. Customers will be asked for their insurance card to cover the dispensing fee, but those without insurance will be given the product free of charge. Coming up on Wyln News, a neat demo for students at the Hazleton Area STEM School, plus details on the Fine Arts Fiesta and Armed Forces Day at Knoebels. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Gio, and I'm 3 years old. The weather is going to be tomorrow rainy, so get your umbrella. Bye.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy is now open at 743 Catawissa Road in Tamaqua. Stop by the Dairy Bar, try over 33 flavors of homemade ice cream still made on the premises, and a full menu of hot food made to order. Have some fun at their driving range, or play mini golf on their 2 18-hole mini golf courses. Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy, celebrating 65 years. Same great taste, same great location, same great memories to be made.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Memberships are available at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. The new upgrades will leave you with a distinctive and unique experience unlike any other venue in Northeast PA. Call Frank Gradis 570-233-5328. Email vccpro@thevalleycountryclub.com.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Community leaders went out to explain the importance of volunteering. WYLN's Mackenzie Ocker has more.
Valley Regional Fire and Rescue held a demonstration today at Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences. They're looking for students who might be interested in volunteering for the summer.
We wanted to reach out to the kids before the summer break, to try and highlight some of the career paths that you can take within the fire service, and to kind of show some of the capabilities that our fire department has to offer, whether it be rescue, fire, EMS.
Volunteering for fire and rescue has gone down over the last few months throughout the area. Valley Regional is hoping the students become aware of the importance of those who are in the fire and rescue community.
Day of, you call 911 and nobody will come. We're getting real close to that. So trying to get the kids involved again, get them excited about giving back to their community, and parents, grandparents, there's something for everybody.
Kenny Cunningham became a volunteer firefighter at 16 years old. A family member sparked his interest and has been serving his community for over 20 years.
My grandfather was a firefighter in the Navy. He got me involved at the local firehouse because I had nothing better to do. I was getting in trouble, and I got hooked. It was fun, and I just love it. There's nothing better in the world than to get back to your community.
If you are interested in becoming a volunteer, it's very easy and simple.
Any local firehouse, you can stop in. They're always excited to have you. As far as we go, a phone call, stop in, we'll do station tours.
One student told us what they liked the most about the demonstration and even became interested in volunteering.
I really enjoyed, like I said, putting on the, the firefighter outfit. All my friends got to do it, and the fire hose is really cool. And also the presentation upstairs in the building, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. The engineering parts, I was really amazed by it.
This Sunday, May 22nd, Valley Regional will have an open house from 1 to 4 p.m. at 14 West Butler Drive in Drums. Reporting from Drums for WYLN News, I'm Mackenzie Auker.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Traffic patterns are changing as the 2022 Fine Arts Fiesta kicks off around Wilkes-Barre's Public Square. Changes have already started and will end on the morning of Monday, May 23rd. West Market Street is closed off at South Franklin Street, and Public Square, West Market Street to South Main Street is closed to traffic. From South Main, traffic onto Public Square will exit from the square onto East Market or North Main. From East Market, traffic onto Public Square will exit from the square onto North Main. There will be no access around Public Square from North Main, and all traffic will be directed across Butler Lane to South Washington Street. You can always contact the Mayor's office at 570-208-4158 for more information. Knoebels Amusement Resort invites past and present U.S. military members to enjoy a free ride pass this Saturday, May 21st. Since 2016, Knoebels has invited past and present members of the U.S. Armed Forces to enjoy a free ride pass on Armed Forces Day. On this special day, park guests can visit with reps from military branches to learn about career and service opportunities. Guests must visit Knoebels Ride Pass building and present a valid driver's license with veterans designation or a valid driver's license and a military ID to redeem the free ride pass. Knoebels Three Ponds Golf Course will also offer U.S. military members 18 holes of golf and a cart at a special rate of $30. Be sure to visit knoebels.com for all the details. Coming up on Mahanoy Township's News Choice, we bring back a beekeeper and community in you, plus Leading the Way, Part 4. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Abby is still perfecting her sidekick, and her jab is just for show. But for Abby, this is a remarkable day, because Abby recently defeated a real foe, cancer, when she partnered with Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital, a children's hospital close to home with more than 30 pediatric specialties. Take a bow, Abby. You deserve it. Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital. Your health deserves a partner.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here. Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
To Community and You, and today it's all about the bees. Yes, Harold Kiner is here, and Harold, it's the season, it's the summer. Why are people so afraid of bees, and in particular your favorites, the honeybees?
Well, people, they just think they worry about stinging. And that's one of their biggest things, is they're worried about being stung. Honeybees are very docile in a sense. They're not aggressive bees. They will sting to defend their hive. And or if you're actually causing a problem for one bee in itself, she'll sting you. I mean, I get stung in the hand sometimes working. I get them stuck between the hive tool. They'll crawl in there, and you'll feel a vibration first, but then she'll sting you if you don't let her go. And
is it the stinger that makes people, because a lot of times we'll hear people go and have an allergic reaction to the bees?
It's the venom that actually causes the reaction. So that you know if it was a honeybee or a yellow jacket or a wasp stinging you, if you look at where you got stung, the honeybee leaves its stinger in you because it has a barbed stinger. And they're, for lack of a better word, they actually die when they do sting because they pull, when that stinger pulls out, it pulls the venom sac out. So if you get stung by a honeybee and you see this little thing in your skin, use your fingernail or something like a credit card and scrape across it, and it will pull it out. Don't squeeze it to pull it, because if you do, you're actually going to pump that venom into your body.
And that's what you don't want to do. Right. How important are honeybees? Because now there seems to be a push of people saying we have to save them. Pollination is important, but don't other things do that?
Yes, there are many bees that do pollination, but the honeybee, when they go to a crop, I mean, they do the job on that crop. Say, an apple orchard. I mean, they will basically do all the apple blossoms that are in those trees.
Now, you are a beekeeper, and at the apiary you have bees. You also have honey. How long does it take in order to make, let's just say, a quart?
A quart of honey? It takes approximately 1,152 bees, and they fly, well, about 1 million miles, and they visit a couple hundred thousand flowers to make 1 quart of honey. Wow. One bee in her lifetime makes 1/12 of a teaspoon, but when you've got 40 to 50,000 workers, you can make that.
Tell us about the queen, because do you ever see the queen?
Oh yes, you can see her, but I mean, when you're checking a hive, you don't always have to go and see the queen. As long as you can see eggs, you know that the queen is there. She was at least there within the last 3 days, because the eggs hatch after 3 days.
So if you haven't had a head count at your apiary anytime soon, Give me a guesstimate. About how many honeybees would you say live at your place?
Oh, in the summertime, there's probably 1 million bees there.
1 million bees. Now, the other thing that we hear about are these swarms, and we see the pictures, and they show up, and there's people that are covered, and you know, how does that happen?
Well, the people that are covered, that's just kind of a
publicity stunt.
Right, a grandstand. How they do that is they actually cage a queen from the hive, and they'll put the queen on a necklace or something, and the bees go to that queen. The queen, because she gives off pheromones, and the bees are attracted to that pheromone, and they want to go to the queen. It's just like in a swarm. The queen is going to be in that swarm, and the bees kind of control the swarm, but they also need to smell her.
Just in case we have any viewers who are watching out there and they say, I think I'd like to get involved with bees, how can we find out more about that?
Well, you can find us on Facebook under Kiner's Apiary or Luzerne County Beekeepers Association, and contact me. There's phone number there, email there, and you're welcome to come to our bee meetings, and but I'll answer questions. But if you think you want to get into beekeeping, you need to read some books, do some studying before you do it. You don't just put bees in a box and hope that they survive.
And then have to call Harold and explain what happened. Harold, thank you so much. I'm fascinated. We're going to have you back.
Well, we can always have you there, put you in a suit, and we can open up a hive.
And we hope to see you again soon on Community and You.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, let's talk about some practical tips. We see so many thousands of patients here. Summer tips, traveling tips, how to keep your body healthy. So stay tuned, we'll give you a better summer.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Tomorrow's care starts today with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your ER partner.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
We all need a midweek pick-me-up, and WYLN TV 35 is your home for good news on Wednesdays. All our good news stories will be printed in the WYLN TV Pennies Classified Good News Bulletin, distributed throughout the community and digitally posted on WYLN News Facebook page and on our website. If you have good news to share, contact us to be featured in our special Good News edition. Good events, good people, good jobs, all good news.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Amy Yannick's leading the way into part 4 of this week's series.
Welcome to Leading the Way, and this week we have with us Amy Yannick. We're in segment 4, and we've been learning about her beginning and how she got to be now a teacher at Hazleton Area High School, teaching anatomy and physiology, and you're also a Gift of Life ambassador. You're talking to students, Amy, and what you're talking about, a lot of them, you're finding out that they have had some kind of person in their life, one way or another, that has either benefited from, or how does that work?
The students? Well, in my classroom, I will, I ask for students to raise their hand and share their stories. But since I've become an ambassador through Gift of Life, we have been offering a training program. It's called A License to Save Lives, and it's a 20-minute video that Gift of Life has provided us. And I share it with the teachers, in addition to my own students. And if they show it to their students throughout the school year, there's also a survey that they can take. So then I get to see what their what they got out of the training and what connection they have to organ and tissue donation. So I can spread it out beyond the walls of my classroom.
What have you found?
Bone marrow transplants. A lot of people that have lost relatives that became organ donors. Occasional living donor with a kidney, either received or donated. Actually, that was something that I am investigating, being a living donor myself.
Well, again, when you're talking with students, you're talking with, 16, 17 years old? Must be a lot of questions.
They do have a lot of questions, and I answer everything as honestly as I can, and I don't want them to be scared, and I don't want them to this is your chance to live twice. You are something has happened, and we have lost our time on this planet. So let's leave behind our organs so it can help somebody else get to that next stage.
It's just amazing how everything melded together. With what you ended up teaching, and then this, and I think there's a reason for that. And maybe on Friday, maybe tomorrow's segment, we'll find out exactly what that reason is when we wrap up our week talking with Amy Yannick on Leading the Way.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.